The European Industrial Revolution was a major turning point in history. After an extended period of turmoil and hardships, Europe found to be ready for a change. As the transition was made from agrarian and manual labor-based economy to machine-based production, all occurring during the 18th and 19th centuries, this change fundamentally transformed the economic, social, cultural, and political life throughout Europe. The profound change spread from Great Britain to mainland Europe in the 19th century. The following information is what I found on the Industrial Revolution. The revolution was started by many factors, with an abundance of high-quality coal that was suitable for iron production, and the political stability in Britain made ready for the change. Great Britain also had a major population growth in the 17th and 18th centuries, which provided the needed laborers and increased the demand for goods. Before the Revolution, all manufactured goods were produced in the basement of houses, from thread and cloth to blacksmithing. The first factory was built by a man named Richard Arkwright. Arkwright thought of the idea after he patented his spinning frame in 1769. His first factory was built at Cromford near Derby. Every factory built after that created at least 300 new job openings. The textile industry was transformed by industrialization. Before mechanization and factories, textiles were made mainly in people's homes, giving rise to the term cottage industry. With merchants often providing the raw materials and basic equipment, and then picking up the finished product, workers set their own schedules under the system, which proved difficult for merchants to regulate and resulted in numerous inefficiencies. In the 1700s, a series of innovations led to ever-increasing productivity while requiring less human energy. Developments in the iron industry also played a central role in the Industrial Revolution. In the early 18th century, Englishman Abraham Darby discovered a cheaper, easier method to produce cast iron, using a coke-fueled furnace. In the 1850s, British engineer Henry Bessemer developed the first inexpensive process of mass-producing steel. Both iron and steel became essential materials, used to make everything from appliances, tools and machines, to ships, buildings, and infrastructure. The steam engine also played an important role in industrialization. In 1712, Englishman Thomas Newcomen developed the first practical steam engine, which was used primarily to pump water out of mines. By the 1770s, Scottish inventor James Watt had improved on Newcomen's work. The steam engine went on to power machinery, locomotives, and ships during the Industrial Revolution. Inventions with speed and precision were built throughout the Industrial Revolution, which led to the rise of factories. New machines began to be invented from 1765 onwards that could spin many threads at once, including the spinning jenny, the water frame, and the spinning mule. With all this level of new machinery that could be powered from the home as they used large water wheels. The textile industry was one of the first to adopt the factory as a place of work, and production of cotton and wool could be increased significantly. For those running the factories in the Industrial Revolution was a profitable time. Those working in the factories, however, had to put up with incredibly difficult working conditions, long hours, irregular breaks, and labor-intensive work made the factory lifestyle difficult. Even children were used throughout the factories as workers. It was said that the rules were so strict that even going to the toilet could only happen with permission from the bosses. The rise of the factories came with both positives and negatives ultimately to the people of Britain. One positive is that economy-wise, the country got a huge boost and the factories brought enough people from across the country working side by side. Furthermore, the pressure for finding food and keeping your family from getting hungry passed, as factory work provided enough financially to get by. The negatives of this were the factory life in general. Long hours, working in extremely poor working conditions, and being presented with injury risk every day. The factories weren't great places to work. However, through the years we would see this continue to get better and better, bringing us to the high standards most factories operate today. With women working in the factories, along with children and grown men, the working conditions kept falling to pieces. With highly polluted air and unclean circumstances, the factory system became a very unsafe working place. Every day, women and children would go to work for long extended hours, often accumulating to 16 hours, with only getting up to 10 cents an hour. Without the European Industrial Revolution, we would not be where we are today. We would still be working out of our homes, making minimal amounts of profits. The advances in technology that have been made wouldn't have come if the factory system wasn't created. So in the end, the European Industrial Revolution was the greatest achievement of the 18th and 19th centuries.